Good morning. We are live. Got some good info for you guys this morning. Let's invite some people. Give everybody a second to join in. Hope everybody's having an awesome Fridizzle so far. That's enough. Hey, John. So Friday is that day of the week where I start getting a lot of fuckings. I'll just be perfectly honest with you. I still have a lot to do over at the house. The old house, not this house. And I'm not looking forward to it. Got to get it done today. So, hey, Bobby, thanks for joining us. We're just going to give everybody about another 30 seconds to log in here. And we'll get going with how your scarcity mentality is making you fat. Let's give everybody about another 30 seconds. Let me get my notes ready here. I made copious notes. We got a couple of people watching us right now. Anybody got plans for the weekend? What's going on? Big pile of nothing? That's what I got going on. Big pile of nothing but yard work. Big pile of yard work. How about that? Okay, let's just get into it. So, how your scarcity mindset is making you fat. So my Facebook Lives as of late have been focusing work and more work. Yeah, I know the feeling. So my Facebook Lives as of late have had a theme of how guys eat. Well, there's that loud air conditioner again, huh? If it wasn't miserable and steamy and it's drizzling outside, I'd do this outside. But the way guys eat has a lot to do with the extra pounds that we put on. And I think what I'm going to talk about today might be something that's in the back of your head you might know about, but you've never really even thought about, and it's a scarcity mindset. What is a scarcity mindset? Scarcity mindset is a belief that there's never going to be enough of whatever it is that's necessary. It could be money, time, food, love, you name it, okay? And if you're living in a scarcity mindset, your thoughts and your actions stem from a place of lack, where there's just not enough of whatever it is that you need. So instead of believing that there's going to be enough to go around, you cling to everything you have for fear of coming up short someday. And that's what a scarcity mindset is. It is a common thing. It comes from your parents or your great grandparents, depending on, your age. But it's a depression era attitude that you have to clean your plate. You have to finish this food. You never know where your next meal is going to come from, and we'll go into all of that here in a second. But there are 4 ways. I'm going to try to get out of here quick today, so I'm going to run through this. You guys can download it at Keith's Daily Data Dump, and the link is in the description. So, but there's 4 ways your scarcity mindset's making you fat. Number 1 is you buy low quality foods. Okay. What does that mean? Well, if you have a scarcity mindset, you might think that saving 15 cents on a can of green beans instead of fresh green beans is an optimal lifestyle. Or you might think, I can get, 6 cans of these beans for the price that I can get 2 cans of these beans. So I have to get these beans. And the problem with it is that you might not be picking food that's the best for you. So you're probably, if you have this scarcity mindset, you're probably someone who skips over the organics. You don't look at anything that says non-GMO. You go straight for the cheapest produce, the cheapest meat, the cheapest food that is on the shelf. You're a bargain shopper, okay? Now, I understand for some people that you do have to be thrifty. Been there, done that. Some months I am doing thrifty things. But once you're faced with a health crisis like I have been in my life, you start to realize that your long-term optimal health, is impacted by the decisions of what you eat right now. Okay? So if you're buying the cheap food, if you're buying the produce, the non-organic produce, you're buying the stuff that you don't know where it came from, it's sprayed with chemicals. You're choosing foods that might be less nutritious, low quality, lower flavor. They might contain chemicals, none of which long-term is best for your health. Excuse me. Your long-term health is where the real money is spent. Okay, it's not spent on that can of beans. If you're saving 15 cents on a can of beans instead of eating the organic fresh beans, I think your priorities are in the wrong place. 15 cents saved is 15 cents. What else are you going to do with that 15 cents? But long term, if you're eating poor quality food, it's going to impact your health long term. You're going to miss work. You're going to have health costs. You're going to have insurance costs. You're going to lose time with your family, with your friends, with the activities that you enjoy. I'm not saying it's because you bought an 89-cent can of beans, but long term overall, those things can impact your health. Hey, Nick, thanks for joining us, man. So that's number one. You buy low quality foods because you have a scarcity mindset. You're what was it a friend of mine used to say? You're penny wise, but a dollar foolish in that sense. Okay. Number two, you wolf down your food. So having a scarcity mindset creates an urgency, and urgency can and often does manifest itself in poor eating habits. So all week and last week we talked about slowing down when you eat. So rushing through your meal like a puppy at the supper dish, puppy with the hind legs up in the air, kicking with the face buried in the bowl. That is not optimal to maintaining a thin physique, especially in your 40s and 50s. You might not know this. It takes about 20 minutes for your body to register that you're full. Tell your brain that your stomach is full, you've had enough food. So if you shovel down your food in like 3 minutes, it's very, very easy to overeat. And if you're consistently doing that over every meal, you're putting in extra calories that you don't need every time you sit down at the table. So I've heard different averages. Some people say it takes about a 1,500 calorie per week deficit to lose 1 pound of body fat. Okay, so Think about if you're eating an extra 200 to 500 calories of food every time you sit down because you have this scarcity mentality, the scarcity mindset that you're just shoveling, you're wolfing the food down as fast as you can because you have this urgency. It doesn't take a mathematician to realize how those calories are adding up as opposed to the deficit that you need to lose the weight. Okay. It's not good for you. You're not benefiting yourself by wolfing that food down. Okay. So that's number two. Number one, you buy low quality foods. Number two, you wolf down your food. That's how your scarcity mindset is making you fat. So number three, you force feed yourself. You clean your plate. Once again, I already mentioned this. This is a depression era mentality that your grandparents forced on your parents, and then they in turn forced on you. You had to clean your plate because you don't know when the next meal is going to be there. And guys, I understand that there are people hurting in the world, but this nation, the United States of America, we throw away more food than we have food shortage. So there's no shame in not wanting to waste food, but extra food is just that. It's extra calories. Stuffing yourself because you're afraid there might not be food tomorrow is not benefiting you long-term health. All it's doing is adding inches to your waistband. It's not saving you money, and it's not saving you from starvation. Okay? Force feeding yourself, cleaning your plate, total depression era mentality, creating a scarcity mentality in you. It's not real. It's not a real thing. Okay. It's like I said, it's been passed on to your grandparents, passed on to your parents, then passed on to you. Hey Juan, hi Mike. Thanks for joining us. We're talking about scarcity mentality today and how it's making you fat. We're moving on to number 4 right now. And this is a big one. Dude, this is a big one for me. God, every time I do it, I want to just punch myself in the face. You finish your kid's food. Why are you finishing your kid's food? You're done eating. You're full. Stop it. Once again, that scarcity mentality is forcing you to finish off food so it doesn't go to waste. I paid for that. I don't want it to go to waste. Here's the thing. Truth bomb right here. It's waste. It's waste no matter whether it sits on the plate and gets scraped into the garbage or you eat it. It's still wasted food. You're wasting the food no matter what. You're wasting the food if your kid doesn't eat it. You're wasting the food if you eat it when they didn't. That's just the way it is. It's not helping you. You're not saving money by eating the 3 chicken nuggets left on your kid's fucking plate because they were full. They're the smart one. You're the stupid one. Quit doing it. You're just making yourself fat. You're adding calories that you don't need. Being fat causes health problems. It's going to cost you money on doctor bills, medication, lost work. Stop. Just stop doing it. Okay? All of these things, the scarcity mentality is making you fat and making you sick. Okay? Here's 4 solutions I want you to think about. Okay? 4 solutions to all the above problems. Let's recap them though. Let me scroll down. I have notes here. I have notes here. I have notes here. Okay, number 1, you buy low quality foods. Right? You go for the cheaper products. You skip over the organics. You skip over the non-GMO foods. You buy the cheapest produce, the cheapest meat, the cheapest food you can buy. It's not always the best for you. It's often laden with chemicals and nonsense that you don't need, and higher calorie content for a lot of that stuff because they make up for the fact that it doesn't taste good by adding shit to it. Okay? That's number 1. Number 2, you wolf down your food because you have a scarcity mindset, and that scarcity mindset is creating an urgency for you to finish that meal. Number 3, you force feed yourself. Clean your plate. You've heard that from your parents, I'm sure, and they heard it from their parents. It's a depression era mentality, and it's bullshit. Okay? You eat until you're satisfied. You eat until you're satiated. You don't clean your plate. Okay? And number 4, you finish your kids' food, or you finish your spouse's food, or any food that's left on the table, you finish it because you don't want it to go to waste. Stop doing it. Okay, so 4 solutions to the above problems. Number 1, buy higher quality foods that nourish your body, give you the nutrients you need, give you the right amount of fats, carbohydrates, give you the right macronutrients that will benefit you long term. Stop buying junk because it's cheap. Okay, number 2, slow down when you eat. Put your fork down when you're chewing. Enjoy your food for what it is. Take time during the meal to talk to people. Make it a social activity. Stop wolfing down your food. You will sense when you are full before you are over full by slowing down. Number 3, I've included in the download, use the magic plate. The magic plate will show you how to break up your plate so you're getting the right types of macronutrients and foods into your diet. Number 4, excuse me, listen to your body's natural hunger signals and honor them. I did a great talk about that 2 days ago. Go check it out. It's another Facebook Live. And your body is smarter than you are. Okay, your body's smarter than you are. It'll let you know when it needs food, and it'll also let you know when you've had enough. You need to listen to it and quit eating after you're full because you don't want the food to go to waste. Okay, so what do you do now? So in my health coaching practice, I work with people to understand their body's natural hunger signals, understand them, honor them, and then together we come up with a game plan so that you can lose weight naturally and double, triple your energy. Okay. All of these things we talked about today, this scarcity mentality, I want you to know it's not real. It's the things that you feel about food are not real. They are feelings. They're not facts. Okay. And I can help you sort through all that. Right. That's what I do. Right. My job as a coach is to help you create new patterns, create new lifestyle habits, because we all have patterns. I was talking to a client today. It's like I was trying to figure out what their pattern was so that I could show it to them. Humans are creatures of habit, and we develop patterns that we follow day after day after day after day. And sometimes those patterns are not good for us, like the things we talked about today. And it's important to work with someone who can identify those patterns for you, because you know the term, it's as plain as the nose on your face. I can't see my nose. Can you see your nose? No, I can see somebody else's nose though. All right. So working with a coach, working with a health coach will help you understand those patterns. And then we come up with a way to break those patterns, to create new patterns so that you have longevity and you have, instead of habits, you have lifestyle changes. Okay. So, well, we had a lot of people log in while I was talking. Hugo, Kevin, and Robert. Thanks for joining us, guys. That's pretty much the end of my Facebook Live today, but I'm glad you joined us. You can download the accompanying one sheet or whatever at the link in the description. If you want to talk, if you want to rap, if you think you're engaging in eating with a scarcity mentality, or having problems with some habits that you want to change, click on the link and book a call with me. 100% totally, 100% free, no obligation to buy or pay for anything ever. I am here to help you. Okay. So with that, I hope everyone has a kick-ass weekend, full of yard work and honeydew lists. And I will see you cats on Monday. Take care.